Have you ever gazed at the night sky, explored the infinite universe with your eyes, and wondered what consciousness really is and how it connects to the cosmos? This tantalizing mystery, as vast and profound as space itself, has puzzled scientists for ages, a riddle wrapped in an enigma. You see, it's subjective. It's something that each of us sense, feel, and think, but it cannot be merely reduced to neural activity. It's more than that. It's as if mind is a universe in itself, part of the mind-boggling puzzle that's known as the hard problem of consciousness. But don't lose hope just yet. Among the stars of scientific research, two researchers, Dr. Nir Lahav and Dr. Zakaria Nima, believe they may have found an answer. Dr. Nir Lahav and Dr. Zakaria Nima propose that consciousness is essentially a relativistic phenomenon. This bold assertion offers an intriguing new perspective on the age-old conundrum of consciousness. The researchers put forth a novel physical theory that does not reduce consciousness to mere neural activity. Instead, they suggest a conceptual and mathematical framework that views consciousness from a relativistic standpoint. Now, you might be asking, what exactly does this mean? Well, let's break it down. The theory revolves around the concept of cognitive frames of reference. Much like how different observers in physics may perceive different versions of reality based on their relative positions and velocities, different cognitive frames can lead to different measurements and manifestations of conscious experience. Take, for instance, the experience of time. We all have a sense of time passing, but the rate at which we perceive it can vary drastically. When we're engrossed in an activity we love, time seems to fly by. But when we're stuck in a boring meeting, every minute can feel like an hour. This is an example of how our cognitive frame of reference, shaped by our engagement and interest, can alter our perception of time. Lahav and Nima argue that similar principles apply to consciousness. Our conscious experience is not a static, universally consistent phenomenon. Instead, it's dynamic and relative, shaped by our unique cognitive frames of reference. This brings us to a fascinating point of their theory. The brain, according to Lahav and Nima, does not create conscious experience through computations. This is a significant departure from traditional views that often equate the mind to a sophisticated computer. Instead, they propose that the brain generates consciousness through the process of physical measurement. In their view, the brain doesn't create conscious experience through computations, but rather through the process of physical measurement. This new theory of consciousness has some significant implications. Imagine, if you will, a world where we can determine the exact moment when consciousness first appeared in animals. What creature first peered out at its environment with a sense of self-awareness, a sense of being separate from its surroundings? With this new conceptual and mathematical framework, we may just be able to answer that question. This would not only provide a deeper understanding of the evolution of consciousness, but could also shed light on the mysteries of animal cognition and behavior. Now let's take this a step further. What if we could pinpoint when a fetus or a baby becomes conscious? We've all pondered this question at some point, haven't we? When does the spark of consciousness ignite in a developing human being? With this theory, we could potentially identify that precise moment. This could have profound implications in fields such as developmental psychology, pediatrics, and even the philosophical and ethical debates surrounding human life and consciousness. But this theory doesn't stop with the origins of consciousness. It could also be applied to assess consciousness in patients with disorders. Imagine being able to measure consciousness in a patient in a coma or with a neurodegenerative disease. This could revolutionize medical science, providing a new way to understand, diagnose, and potentially treat disorders of consciousness. These are just a few of the potential applications of this theory. There are likely many more waiting to be discovered, each one opening up new avenues of exploration and understanding. This theory takes us one step closer to unraveling the mysteries of consciousness, allowing us to see it not as a byproduct of our brain's computations, but as a fundamental part of our reality. These implications could revolutionize our understanding of consciousness and its role in the universe. But what does this theory have to do with space, you might ask? Well, just like consciousness, space is a relativistic phenomenon. As we journey through the cosmos, we find a multitude of galaxies, each with its unique shape and formation. This diversity mirrors the varied cognitive frames of reference that shape our conscious experiences. Think about ring-shaped galaxies, for instance. Their circular form is a result of gravitational forces and galactic collisions, much like how our consciousness is shaped by external stimuli and internal processing. The ring galaxy is not merely a collection of stars and dust, but a dynamic system, continuously evolving. Similarly, our consciousness is not a mere byproduct of neural activity, but an active process, constantly responding to our environment and experiences. Then we have irregular galaxies, those cosmic anomalies that don't fit into any defined category. These galaxies are like the outliers of our conscious experience, the dreams, hallucinations, and other extraordinary states of consciousness that defy our typical understanding. Just as astronomers study these irregular galaxies to expand their understanding of the universe, we need to explore these unusual states of consciousness to truly comprehend the depths of our mind. And let's not forget about the concept of dark matter. Scientists believe that dark matter makes up about 85% of the universe, yet it remains undetectable and mysterious. Isn't this akin to the unconscious parts of our mind, the aspects of our consciousness that we can't readily access, but that play a crucial role in our perceptions and behaviors? So, you see, the connection between consciousness and space is more profound than you might think. It's not just about the size or vastness, but about the relativistic nature of both. It's about the diversity and complexity, the known and unknown, the visible and invisible. Just as space is vast and filled with anomalies, so too is the ocean of consciousness. Imagine consciousness as an ocean, a vast expanse filled with diverse and complex life forms. Let's dive into this analogy. The ocean, much like consciousness, is profound, dynamic, and brimming with life. It's immense, spanning the globe, reaching unfathomable depths, and hosting an incredible variety of creatures. It's ever-changing, just like our thoughts and emotions. The surface may be calm and serene, but beneath the waves there's a whirlwind of activity. This is akin to how we can appear composed externally, while internally, our minds are abuzz with thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. Now consider the different levels of the ocean. On the surface, there's an abundance of life, fueled by sunlight. Deeper down, where the sun's rays can't penetrate, life still thrives, albeit in different forms, adapted to the darkness and pressure. This mirrors the layers of our consciousness. The conscious mind, akin to the ocean's surface, is where our thoughts and perceptions that we're aware of exist. Dive deeper, and you encounter the subconscious mind, home to thoughts and feelings beneath our immediate awareness, yet still influencing our behavior. The ocean's depth is vast and largely unexplored, much like our unconscious mind. It's the realm of dreams, deep-seated beliefs, and instinctual drives. Just as the ocean's depths can affect the surface with currents and tides, our unconscious mind can shape our conscious thoughts and actions in subtle and profound ways. Each life form in the ocean contributes to the overall ecosystem, playing a unique role. Similarly, each individual consciousness contributes to the collective consciousness of humanity. Our thoughts, emotions, and experiences don't exist in isolation. They're part of a larger whole, influencing and being influenced by others. So, when we think about consciousness, envision an ocean. It's a powerful metaphor that underscores the complexity, diversity, and interconnectedness of our inner world. In this ocean, each individual consciousness is like a unique life form, contributing to the overall ecosystem. So, is space fake? No, but our understanding of it and its connection to consciousness is evolving. We've explored the idea of consciousness as a relativistic phenomenon, challenging the traditional belief that it's solely tied to neural activity. This new perspective opens a universe of possibilities, from determining the first conscious animal to assessing consciousness in patients with disorders. If you found this exploration of consciousness and space intriguing, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more thought-provoking content.